Welcome to CTW Update. My name is Roger Landry, and I am the Media Director for CTW, or CannaSense Total Wellness. This is a weekly show, or at least twice a month. We're going to try and do for all of our members to ensure that they're aware of what's going on in the collective. When we have a change of personnel, when we have a change of policy, when we get something new and something special that we think may benefit a lot of our patients. This will be a mechanism that will not replace the newsletter, but will give you a little bit more of an interactive type scenario because you will have the directors from CannaSense Total Wellness in the conversation with us. So today we're going to talk to, well, we're going to start off with two people that we discussed all of what they wished from CTW in our last show with the CTW directors. And that, of course, would be, we'll start off with Ron. And Ron is the individual who shares the hosting of this program with me. And he is a phenomenal individual. And he is also the executive producer for the Clyde Lewis Show, amongst other things. And Clyde Lewis is one of my favorite online personalities. Ron, how are you today?
Doing quite well, Roger.
What do you think
Thank
of
you.
this new forum, keeping our patients informed?
Well, I think it's great because, our world is so dynamic. And so keeping in touch with that, I think we need to let our collective members with CannaSense know what's going on. I mean, there's so many regulations and, just recently there was a banking legislation that was passed, which is going to be very beneficial for the cannabis industry. And,
Yes.
it's also important for people to know what's going on with CannaSense as well.
And you are the special projects director, which means when there's something special going to happen, if people just look far enough down the line, they're going to see Ron there somewhere. And also, we have Stephanie Burton with us, and Stephanie is our HR director, someone nobody in any organization with a right mind wants to piss off. But Stephanie is one of the nicest people on the planet and is absolutely terrified of doing shows like this. But
Oh, 100%.
but we love her to death, and she is one of those people who you go to when you have a problem, and not only will she help you with the problem, but she'll show you the compassion that most people tend to leave out. How are you today, Stephanie?
I am fantastic. Thank you for asking.
So what do you think about the direction? We heard from you on the last show, but give us a little update, okay, about CannaSense.
Well, I feel like we're heading in the right path. There's always going to be hiccups along the way. And, as far as the human resource aspect, I feel like kind of recently I've taken on a different role, which is more of the compliance director by overseeing and ensuring compliance within the collective.
Which
So,
is needed.
I'm just making sure things are done properly.
And if we didn't have that, imagine where we would drift off to. Ron, we have two special guests today. Would you like to bring them
Yes, we
into
do.
the show?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we have two new members for our board of directors. They are Haley Warner and Sherry Wisdom. Welcome. Let's start off with Haley. And Haley was with CannaSense a few months ago, and we brought her back in. And so, Haley, basically, what did you do with CannaSense, and where do you think the collective should go, basically, from now on?
Well, I'm the patient support director, and I answered calls. And, when patients had issues, they would email me, message the back end of CannaSense, and I would get with them to help them resolve the issues. I uploaded the documents that were needed for these people to become patients so they could be members. I feel like the collective is going to go in a good way. We're going to become a strong board, and we're all going to support these patients and get them their medicine and show them that teamwork is great.
Haley, I have a
Good.
question for you because you took a lot of these calls, and going forward, you will be taking calls. not all of these calls are happy. Not all of these calls put a big smile on your face. As a matter of fact, some of them will bring you downright to tears. What was it like? I mean, what's it like sitting in that chair taking those calls? At the end of the day, do you feel good? Do you feel bad? I mean, I can't even imagine, but I'd like to know.
Taking calls that be kind of emotional, it can be overwhelming, but it's also kind of rewarding because at the end of the day, I know that I'm helping them get the
Here you
medicine that
go.
they need.
Yes.
Um, and as a mother, I'm very nurturing, so like I'm very sympathetic. I understand like, okay, where these people are coming or what the issue might be. I may not know 100% how they're feeling or what's going on in their situation, but I'm very sympathetic.
You've got 4 kids. You've got young kids. And you are a doting, very, very attentive mother. And we know this. All right, we've got one more, Ron, and let's bring her in, and then we can have a bit of a roundhouse and shut this down until next week.
Yes, we have Sherry Wisdom, and she was also part of our board and collective several months ago. And Sherry, what did you do, and what are you going to be doing now with CannaSense?
So I was originally brought in for the legal side of CannaSense as far as compliance within the corporation, and then also giving some support to people who may be looking at being prosecuted for holding cannabis or receiving cannabis, whatever the situation was, trying to set statute in their state to make it legal so that, you know, everyone within the United States can get the medicine that they need, and that everything that's been blocked kind of reopens and
Yes. Sherry,
yeah,
you
can
have a
be.
dual title, though. You are not only the legal director, you're the legal and administrative director, which means
Right.
that as much as we need to be aware of the legal situations our patients may be in, we must always be in legal compliance as an organization as well. And that is administrative.
And it's really important that that people realize that the board is aware and is really trying to, again, set statute and produce a type of company that everyone can profit from, not just these pyramids or not just the top, not just the people that are, you know, getting some medicine here and there, that everyone benefits. And I think that that's a huge step in setting it up and making sure that we're hitting all the legal marks, but also, like I said, within the administration, and I think Stephanie hit on this, is making sure that we are within compliance of our
Yes.
organization is very important.
Wow. Okay. Now, see, there's no pain there, folks. And that didn't take long at all. So, real quick, Ron or our 2 new directors or Stephanie, do you have anything else you would like to add?
Thank you, Roger, for kind of wrangling us all together and putting up with everything and really making it happen, because we're all on these schedules that are insane. And so I just wanted to give a shout out and say thank you.
I got to tell you something. I'm nobody's secretary, but you're all my friends, and we're all on a mission, and it's the same mission. I live at my computer. Everybody who knows me and knows of the Liberty Beacon Project knows that I live at my computer. So, can I be there to help when it's needed? Yes. Will I be anybody's secretary? Hell, I wish I had one. But if I can help, Ron helps me more than most people. If I could pick somebody I could label my secretary right now with in the best intentions, with the best possible meaning and wishes, it would be Stephanie. That girl absolutely finishes my thoughts. Anybody thinks I'm joking? It's the truth. Okay? I can
I
start to
love that.
write a paragraph and she will put it up on the screen before I'm done typing it, and it's the exact same thought. Am I
You
right,
know,
I love
great
it.
Stephanie?
minds think alike.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Look, I am very, very pleased not only to be a part of this board, but at the camaraderie that this board already has. When we started this about 2.5 years ago, there was a slightly different board. And this was the feeling that we had then. It went away.
Mhm.
I'm hoping it never leaves this board. You are all exceptional people in your own right, and I couldn't be more proud to be anywhere. Ron, any
Yes,
quote?
it's quite
Yeah.
the dynamic team
There
we're
you go.
working with right now, and we're all in it for the greater good of the collective.
Thank you.
Right. Right. And I mean, we can say it all we want, we care for the patients and, which should be a given, but we have to really
Show it.
show it by example. And so, whether it's working with uh, members who are part of our collective or, people who are on the board or even with Neil, the CEO, we all have to maintain a high degree of professionalism, and in turn, that'll help solicit a lot more trust. So,
As well as dignity and integrity. Just want to add that.
Oh my
yeah. Oh
God.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And so we just don't want to say it. We want to live by that, and of course, have the compassion for people who are in need of cannabis as medicine. And so we're going to be doing a lot more, improving the quality of our products as well. And so you're going to see some really great things with CannaSense here in the future.
Okay, we're talking about product, we're talking about pricing, we're talking about everything from the top to the bottom. We're talking about streamlining it. We're talking about making it more advantageous to everybody who wishes to be here. That's the mission. Ron, I want to thank you so much for helping me to put this out each week again at the worst twice a month. You guys will get
Yeah,
an update from us. Right, Ron?
yeah, definitely.
Okay, everybody watching, this is CannaSense Total Wellness, and this is an update. And again, once a week. I want to thank all of the board members for being here. I want to thank all of the patients, okay, who trust us. And we have a couple more surprises coming. One of the biggest issues that we discuss over and over again is that we have a lot of people in this collective who have experience, who have treated different maladies, different diseases with cannabis in different fashions and have different levels of success. The amount of information, the amount of knowledge contained in the people in this collective that have utilized cannabis in a medical fashion is mind bending. And we
Mhm.
are going to give you a forum where you can all talk together and share your thoughts without anybody bothering you. And that's something else we're going to talk about going forward. Thanks, everybody. And to the CannaSense Board of Directors, I couldn't be happier and I couldn't be in a better group of people. Thank you.